200 miles north of LA on the California coast, Morro Bay is mostly known for Morro Rock, which is a volcanic plug, the smallest one of 9 similar plugs called the Nine Sisters. These were formed 20 to 25 million years ago, according to Wikipedia, when magma hardens within a vent on an active volcano. Pretty amazing to think about. Like my last destination of Santa Barbara, Morro Bay is somewhere that I've been before, but I had never made it a destination. We stayed at a hotel at the south end of the harbor. When we arrived, the marine layer obscured the view of the rock. We didn't do much this travel day except go to Beach Burger for dinner and then head back to the room. The next morning, I took my coffee and went for a walk along the harbor. Even at 9 a.m., the town was still sleepy and very few stores were open yet. I could hear the sea lions, but I couldn't see them because the marine layer was still obscuring them, as well as the rock. I wouldn't get to see the rock until later in the day. Many seagulls make their home here in Morro Bay. They can always be heard squawking, and they take advantage of anything humans leave behind. The 3 large stacks are from the power plant built in the 1950s, though it hasn't been in operation since 2014. Recently, the city voted to take down the smokestacks by 2028, so hurry up if you want to see them. We were looking for the sea otters who are said to hang out at the T-Dock, but they weren't there on this day. We did get some fish and chips and fish tacos at Tugnazzi's Dockside too. It had seating that looked out over the harbor, and we did see some sea lions from our table. After lunch, we continued out to the rock itself, and it was here that we finally saw the otters. After watching the otters for a while, we continued to walk around the rock. There is a huge field of cairns to walk through to get to the much rougher north side of the rock. The difference from one side to the other is like night and day. Peaceful on one side, rough and rugged on the other. A walk up Morro Bay Boulevard led to D'Estacio's Italian restaurant for dinner. The next day we ventured north to Cayucos. Again, the marine layer was very thick in the morning. Cayucos has a main street with shops and eateries, including the famous Brown Butter Cookie Company. While every guide I've ever seen recommended it, I was blown away by a little donut shop just across the street. Surf Rat Donuts is the real gem of this town for me. The donuts were so fresh that we had to wait for the chocolate to set. The outside was buttery and crispy, the inside soft and chewy. There is seating outside, but it was taken, so we took our goodies to the beach. Definitely check out Surf Rat Donuts if you're ever in Cayucos. Personally, I think it's better than the Brown Butter Cookie Company. After eating our donuts and coffee, we walked to the pier, which was still shrouded in mist, then headed for the car. I did make a stop at Hidden Earth Kitchen for a smoothie along the way. I wasn't hungry, but I was craving fruits and vegetables after all the pasta last night and the donuts and cookies I had for breakfast. Just a mile north is Estero Bluff State Park. This park is very easy to miss, so if you're coming here, slow way down as you get close and don't expect a huge sign. We took a long walk along the cliff's edge. It's a very easy path with the exception of 1 or 2 gullies that you have to scuttle down and scuttle back out of. We even stumbled upon a shipwreck. I had seen this before in other people's videos, but I didn't realize that it was right here. It's basically a fishing boat that ran aground, and red tape and everybody unwilling to take responsibility have kind of created this attraction. The Coast Guard said it wasn't their job to move it, then the state park said they didn't have the resources to move it, and the owner of the boat said he couldn't afford it, so he abandoned it, and here it sits. This cliff walk was probably the best part of the whole trip for me. I enjoyed it that much. The afternoon was spent back in Morro Bay, back out by the rock watching the otters, then spending some time on the beach. My takeaway from Morro Bay is that it's a great place for nature viewing and hiking. I don't think Morro Bay will be a destination for me in the future, but if I'm ever driving through that area again, I'm definitely stopping in Cayucos to get some more of those donuts. Well, that's another road trip in the books, another California town explored. I'll be leaving California for my next trip, so stay tuned.